Welcome, Ada.
Hello, Joel. So pleased. I'm so happy to be here.
Oh,
I'm so
thank
used to
you.
say I'm pleased to be here. We have a love to everyone. So it's to be honest, I'm really honored to be here with you because this is the
Oh.
first time that I'm doing and someone is interviewing me. So it's the
hmm
opposite. So it feels like a little bit new to me.
Oh,
So, but
it.
I'm happy to be here with you because I will interview you too.
Oh,
So,
great. Love that. Yeah, and we can thank Lorraine because she is the reason that we got connected.
of course,
The great stylish
yeah.
Lorraine. Okay, please tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Okay, so everyone, I think everyone, most of the people knew me as Ada from Poison Rock, which, yes, it's a big, big part of my life, because I've been doing Poison Rock since, I don't know, 2017. But of course, I just started music when I was like literally teenager, 18, 19. Was an organizer, has been, I wanted to write as a, like in Rolling Stone magazine, I wanted to write, but going on with university, and because I was studying music, I was like, I need to know the theory of music in order to be able to see something objectively. But I think that it wasn't completely true. You need a little bit of theory, of course. But
Mm.
then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try. Open a blog spot, just jump into it, and I started to just write. But then it just moved to be, like management, organizing gigs, which is not easy because we were really, really young girls. Before it was Long Live Rock, and then it turned out after years to be Poison Rock. So yeah, that's what mainly people knows about me. But I'm not just that. It's just like those 2 hours in the day. Because I've been always passionate about history. That's why I studied 9 years history. So I have a PhD in that, and it's history of medieval Sicily, which I'm obsessed. And if you ask my friend, they're gonna hate me because I completely talk about history for hours. I mean, they have to shut me up because otherwise I can't stop. But then because I can stay like in a place, I have to move, I have to go somewhere. So since I was like, I think 22, 23, I just started to travel. So, but travel literally moving with my luggage. So I was living 2 years there, 2 years there. I found myself always living in a national park, peak of the mountain, close to the bear.
Mm.
I started to see a little bit of difference. I don't know, something in me I was calmer. I was feeling a kind of a calling of let's say like the mountains are calling, something like that,
Mhm.
literally. And when you start to talk with these people and you start to see what the property of herbs are, so all this herbalistic side of nature and energetic side of nature, I wanted to do something with it. And my therapist, because of course it's thanks to her, she told me about this university called naturopathy. I was like, what the heck is that?
Mhm.
So I went forward, even not knowing what it was, and I took another PhD in that, and that today is my job, my main job, and will always be my main job because if I learn something in my life is that I am okay. I'm okay working forever, but I'm not Ada if I'm not a student. I will always keep on
Mm.
studying. And now I'm doing a course about massage, bioenergetic massage.
Mm.
So there's never an ending about that. So naturopathy is such a big field in my life that I think sometimes I'm like two separate person, like I have to be the naturopath and the interviewer. So who actually am I? But I kind of connect both.
Yeah.
Even with the history, with everything, everything is I think can be connected.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I it's it's so interesting. I mean, I'm sure that like walking around in Sicily with you with all of your knowledge of the history is so fun to like hear you talk about things. My best friend studied like contemporary Turkish history, like modern
Yeah.
Turkish history, and she lives in Ankara, the capital. And I love to just have her like blah 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 blah
Ah,
blah blah. So
that's
I gotta
amazing.
come to Sicily and get some history lessons from you.
Don't ask
Um,
me because I will show you every places I'm gonna tell you like because I don't like to tell the story and the history like it's written in the book. like, because when you go somewhere, you have like you like something, you know, like the enthusiasm, you own it. So you're gonna start to talk and like, and then becomes like tales. One of my dream it was to write a novel about the Norman invasion in Sicily with Arabs. So just
Oh.
imagine Arabs and Normans living together. So
Mhm.
Vikings and a southern population. It's kind of, I know it's a paradox, but actually.
Yeah.
So I wanted to write something like that, but of course it took time, and I don't have time. So maybe in the future, one day, who knows?
Yeah. And I definitely have to introduce you to Deb from Lady Beast since she just got her second certification in Reiki, and you guys will totally be able to bond about being rock goddesses and natural healers.
Yeah,
Um,
there's a
and
whole world.
she's in the US, so that'll be a good connection too. Tell
Indeed.
everyone about when you realized that you love rock and metal music.
Okay, there has been like several stages because I really adore everyone listen to music, but I was like a 10 or 9 when I got my first cassette. And it was like Spice Girl. It was like Backstreet Boys,
Mhm.
rap. That was just like, you know, the music that I still love today, though. I don't deny that. I still love them in my heart forever. But then, you know, like when you have a cool uncle, when you have someone that is like, you like, okay, that's the cool uncle, I want to be like him. And it just came through my house, and without my parents knowing nothing, it just gave me as a present this bass player. It was a red Yamaha bass player, RBX something, with an amplifier. Sure, this is still there. It's a Stinger small amplifier, 30 watt. So it was like, what should I do with this? Like, I don't even know how to play a guitar. I mean, I don't know what to do. How do should I work? And he said, you know what? This is Nirvana. Listen, Nirvana, they are music. And I went playing on Nirvana for all my life, for like 10 years almost. But I was like, you know, there was always like Nirvana, there was a little bit of, you know, punkish thing, but it wasn't, and there was always like in my back, my dad telling me, try to listen some more prog rock, because in Italy we have amazing prog rock band.
Mm.
Try to listen some prog rock band, try to listen Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, that's the origin of the rock, hard rock, or what I was listening, like grunge. I was like, no, they are boring, they're too long. But one day with the thing about history, like Pompeii, just he gave me the vinyls. Okay, yeah, that just and there was as well the VHS. Look or listen, it's up to you. Pink Floyd live at Pompeii. So with excuses of history to just because I never been at Pompeii when I was like, I don't know, 15, 16 by then. And I just completely watch all the entire live. I don't even fall asleep because a lot of people fall asleep. And I was completely in love, especially with the gong. I mean, and I was in another world. And then I started, of course, you know, like that Led Zeppelin, the Purple. But it was until like I was like in my 20s. Then the first guys you're dating, they were like, you know, just a heavy metal band. And of course, you got this person has been like one of the most important person in my life, being after my best friend that unfortunately passed away when I was really, really young. Well, he introduced me to really what is heavy metal. So Iron Maiden, because it was, I remember playing him, Iron Maiden, the Trooper, all the time. I got a tattoo for it. That's the first song I listened of metal. I didn't know even what, I don't know, that or extreme black metal was. It was just that, that beginning.
Hmm.
And then, of course, Judas Priest and everything comes forward, like as usual.
Yeah, which is great. I mean, they're very, it's great that bands like that are popular enough that people can find them and like that they can
Uh,
be the gateway into more obscure things like
yeah.
Domine. And you know, every time you say Pompeii, I think of this song Cry for Pompeii by this American band, but they're Italian Americans. I'll have to send it to you. And do
Sure, yeah.
send me some of this Italian prog rock. I do not
Yeah,
think I know anything about Italian prog rock.
there
Uh,
are these old band called old band. I'm sorry to want to say they are old, but they're like PFM, Le Orme, or Banco del Mutuo Soccorso. It's like, I don't know if you remember the band Camel.
okay. Yeah.
So the same vibe of that band, but Italian. They are
Right.
amazing. They are amazing. So I could say that if you like hard rock in a genre, this band in Italy, you should definitely check it, and especially Vanadium. This is more like hard rock and roll. It's
Hmm.
like Black Sabbath, hard rock roll, or Motorhead. They were from the 70s, 90s, 80s, but they just split up and just everyone went a
Oh,
different.
I can't wait to check it out. And
Yeah,
like I love Italian power metal. I love Rhapsody of Fire, and
okay.
Domine. So I'm excited to hear some Italian prog.
And you can just say, ciao Rhapsody, ciao Fabio, ciao Domina, just if they're
Yeah,
gonna watch.
Morbi, yes. The
Yeah.
masters of power metal vocals. I actually don't tell anybody, but I like Italian power metal more than German power metal.
So that's a secret between
It's
me
a
and you.
secret. Nobody else will ever know.
Everyone will listen and we'll see
Uh,
us. It's a
I
public.
like the drama. It's got so much flair.
Yeah.
So, if you could have three pieces of rock memorabilia from
Yeah.
any artist of all time, what would you like to have?
Okay, so I'm gonna go first with the one that, because we mentioned her at the beginning, the pink dress that Lauren Lewis is wearing. I don't remember if it was Falling in or Out of Love or Waiting for the Big One on Femme Fatale video clip. She was wearing this pink dress. Oh my God. Every time that I didn't know what to wear, I swear, and I said that her even in an interview, I just put that video and go to check to all my closet wardrobe, nothing, and I ended up to buying one similar because I love how she styled it with the Texan boots, biker boots. That was perfect. So still, and her biker and her Texan boots, doesn't matter the color. I love what she's wearing. She has a sense of style. She, I don't know. I mean, any women in the music scene has a certain her sense of style. It's unique.
It is unique, and she
Yeah.
always seems to have something new to show off. I love following her Instagram and like seeing her like daily outfits, her like wild sunglasses and scarves, and
Yeah.
her pairing of like haute couture and like designer brands like Alexander McQueen and Versace with something that's like a little bit more rock and roll looking,
Yeah.
sort of the way that Miley Cyrus was pairing when she had like this her rock stylist, she was pairing like a Versace dress with some chains, and it was a good look. Bring
Did
that
you,
stylist back.
you see the last? I think when it was one of the last Lorraine photo shooting, the golden
Oh,
jumpsuit
yeah,
it could wear.
I know. I
But
was like,
she's
Lorraine,
gonna
what is
be,
this for?
yeah, it's gonna be maybe one in the future. I want that too. But yeah, she's an amazing sense of style. And another one that I suggest you to check is Chloe Trujillo, the wife of Rob Trujillo from Metallica. She's a, I mean, Aaron, she's an artist. I think I know that you're a painter too. She's as well, so you can connect about that and talk
I'll
about
just
that.
text her. Yeah.
Yeah, and she apply her own art to the clothing, to the scarves. I don't know, leggings, everything, suit, even tarot card. That's all this
Mhm.
astrology, mysticism, all surrounding her. And plus she's an amazing singer as well. She has an
Ooh.
amazing band. You could check her and never, maybe as a
What
rock.
is her band? You'll have to text it to me because I'll
Yeah, it's
forget.
called Boulevard of Ice. I'm gonna text her and I'm gonna send you her Instagram, so you can say that we know each other. So she will
Okay.
be.
Thank you.
She's
Awesome.
amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing. So
Mhm.
another thing that I would like to have are the round white sunglasses of Kurt Cobain. When I was that's because of, I mean, I wear it because I think they are in some hard rock cafe in London probably. So once I put it in my face, I was like, can I take it with me home? Because it's just it's just a thing when you think about Kurt Cobain. To me, at least, I remember him with those sunglasses. So
Mhm.
that means like I would like to have it. And then the leather jacket of Still Art, Milenko Matijevic, with all these straws that create this shape, these art shapes, and the writing of Still Art. I always wanted that. And I asked him like in an interview, but of course, that's just it's he, so I can't have it, unfortunately. So
Aw.
yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? I bet that you could have a replica made. There's a couple of really
yeah,
great
one of the hits.
jacket painters out there. Witchy Woman, definitely a super talented one that you could talk to. If you don't know her, I'll put you in touch. Here we are,
Yes.
just building the community together. Take a girl,
Building
have a
connection.
girl. Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
bringing everyone together.
That's
Um,
easy.
So, okay, looking back, what was a big decision you made that turned out to be a great choice?
Okay, there could be plenty, like I say, choosing new path of studying, or I went into naturopathy, reopening again Poison Rock with another name. So just that changed my completely life, literally. Even just being far from people from my area put me like in contact with people that I call friend now, like musician, people that I like that once I was reading like in the magazine, now we're just like talking
Mhm,
normally.
mhm.
Which I think about when I was like 19 years old, was like that's I never thought that it would happen in my life to be friend with those people. I think for you it's the same, like to
Yeah.
be connected with all these amazing musicians and people in life. But something that really is important for me, I think that was when I was 20, 23 years old. Like any teenager, any person who's 20, you started to drink and have fun and drink even
Mm.
more. We don't pay attention to sometimes, but maybe we are unaware that alcohol, especially beer, it's a big anxiolytic. And so if you have anxiety, trauma bonding, whatsoever, it's got eaten. Of course, I wasn't drinking all day,
Right.
but I was young, so all this trauma were just under surface. When I, just stopped for a couple of days, just it took me a couple of days. I had one of the it was the worst panic attack of my life. So I was
Oh.
driving. I didn't even drink the night before. I didn't
Mm,
even smoke nothing. It was just clean, and I had all I felt that I was dying, or like everyone there's a panic attack, I'm dying. So I went to the ER, I talked with the psychiatrists, doctors there, and they of course tell you just take something, which of course is not wrong for anyone who's taking it. But I choose just to go on my path, and I start therapy. And of
mhm,
course I didn't want to drink again because I was scared, because I was like, and what if it happens again? What if it
mhm,
happens again? Of course, it happened again. But I think that from that moment when I stopped to drink, I realized so that I didn't know who I was. I didn't know myself. I mean, yeah, I had the kind of personality, but it was the other that it is today. And it was something that, yeah, I was having fun drinking. I wasn't even knowing really good to actually the people that I was with, you know,
mm,
toxic
mm,
behavior. I wasn't see that. I was surrounded by that, but people
mm,
tapping at your back, it was normal. Maybe you were tapping on my back and we were talking like smiling, the poker face, because you were
mhm.
drunk, you don't remember. But then I was
Ah,
like, and when I started to see everything with a completely sober eyes, it's like,
mhm,
okay, and the most important things, you start how to have really freaking fun without just the help of nothing, just of yourself.
mhm,
It's so normal sometimes take some glasses of maybe Amaro and Rosé, whatever you like. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's the abuse that causes the problem.
mm, mm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's such good advice. It's often repeated on this channel. I've had many
Yeah.
people come on and say that that was like a big life decision that really turned out well. It really changes your creativity.
Oh,
Uh,
indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I was also thinking about how you were saying that you love to be a student, you love to learn. I feel
yeah,
like being an interviewer is like constantly being a student. It's so fun. Everybody's a teacher. And then you kind of have the lecture that you share with everyone else so everybody else can learn too. And yeah, and just like getting to know very creative people through the interviews, you do put yourself in like a different circle of mindsets. Like these are all people who are
exactly.
like, I am creative and I pursue my creativity, and it's like a shift. And then I feel like if you like stop drinking and you've shifted the
Yeah,
circle of mindsets, like that's got to do a lot.
yeah,
um
yeah. And I think as
Wonderful
well,
answer.
yeah, and I
Uh,
think as well, you being an interviewer, like we both are, we got connected with people from so many different cultures, many different countries, that we as well got to learn and interact with people from different cultures, and even get to know even small habits that we are unaware. But
mhm,
that's constant learning. And
Yeah.
it's a little bit a challenge for us. Let's say to the people that maybe take us for granted once, it's a little bit of a challenge for us because we are constantly put in this situation of just being spontaneous, because it's kind of always an improvising in an interview.
Yeah.
So you
And
know that it's a good job.
it is, it's also, it's also taught me, like, I think when I first started, I was kind of nervous, like, oh, like, how is it going to feel to talk to this person I've never spoken to before? And like, what will it be like? And then I've come to learn that basically everybody is a pretty nice person. So it's like,
Yes, right. I didn't
yeah.
see someone until now. I didn't met someone that was rude. I
Yeah.
mean, and they weren't pretending; they were real.
Yeah. I think it's just like the more that you expose yourself to talking to new people, like, um, yeah, the more natural it becomes and the more you can trust that like other people like
Yeah,
enjoy talking and telling
yeah,
stories, and it's like it's not, you're not imposing on them, I guess. I don't
yes.
know. Whatever I was nervous about before, that's over.
Yeah, so and what you said is really important, because I know so many girls, women, that are like shy. They don't want to show herself.
Mm,
But I think just go out there, just try. It's
yeah.
just it starts. You don't have to go live like it's first thing. Just
Mhm.
start. If
Yeah.
you don't like it, stop the recording, put it away, and
Hmm.
it's okay.
Yeah.
But you're gonna, because if there is gonna people hate, they're gonna hate you, they will gonna hate you. And what they
Yeah.
say,
Yeah.
bad advertising is always advertising. Anyway,
It's, yes, it is. Every comment counts.
um,
So the and you know, that was like a philosophy for this channel as well. I wanted to invite women to talk about themselves in positive ways so that they would role model that it's okay to do that, and like feel like try to
yeah,
get women to feel comfortable feeling like rock stars. And I kind of thought that a rock star already had too much of like a history to it that was masculine. So I didn't want to call the
yeah,
women, I wanted them to have something fresh. And so they
yeah,
are the rock goddesses. And
yeah,
it's kind of like, pretty astral as well.
yeah.
Um,
You could be
but
really good friends with Claude Trujillo. Yeah, indeed. I see a lot of you in her.
who?
Claude Trujillo. I see a lot of you in her.
Oh, you'll have to send me who that is. I don't know. Okay, so what would your dream lineup be for a performance? If you could,
Okay, okay. So I mean, I would love to have, of course. I mean, as a guitar, a singer. I'm sorry, I will have to say Miljan Komatijevic, even if I love David Coverdale for all my entire life, but I can't put them, both of them. So I'm gonna go with Miljan Komatijevic as a bass player. Of course, Billy Sheehan, because he's he's the most amazing human being. It's so nice as human being. Sometimes they forget things, but it's so nice. David Coverdale, even if Billy Sheehan, even if sometimes David Ellison I don't mind at all. I like him as a bass player, but let's stick with Billy Sheehan because that's more similar genre. As a guitar player, there's like a huge, gigantic list, but we could say maybe rhythm guitar, Nuno Bettencourt, which is in my heart, and I hope to get him interviewed soon one day. And I have to say John Sykes,
mm,
because he's amazing. John Sykes is amazing. And as a drummer, I have so many. I mean, I don't know even where to pick a drummer. Tommy Aldridge could be a good drummer, or I don't know. Just let me think of the drummer. I would say like Tommy Aldridge because it's a more like a vibe, more like a vibe. And I wouldn't have any keyboard, even if in Italy we have Michele Lupi from Whitesnake, so I could say him just to be, yeah, as a lineup, as a drummer, he's Italian and he played that metal, that thrash. It's a Marco Pesanti, which is Peso from this amazing Italian band called Necrodeath. They were like the Italian Venom. I mean, they were Venom in Europe. So I would say him because he's really good drummer. Not because of the genre, but because of, I think, my favorite drummer of all the time.
love it. Okay, if you could travel in time to see any performance, what performance would you travel
And
to?
here am at the screenshot because I wouldn't remember otherwise. Is a Rock in Rio of Whitesnake
Oh.
in 1985 when there was Sykes at the guitar and they performed my favorite version of Crying in the Rain.
Oh.
That's about the best songs ever of all them, one of my favorite songs, and that would be the best. Or otherwise, just go and see the Nirvana MTV Unplugged. That's
That's a cool one too. Those are cool,
yeah,
two very cool ones. And especially with all your history with Nirvana too. I
yeah.
like that.
I wouldn't mind even to see, like the first Spice Girl gigs. I don't know, where they
Oh my gosh, that is a
yeah,
really good point. Breaking away from rock in general, like,
yeah.
ooh.
I mean,
Hmm.
even Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, I don't mind her. I mean, and of course, like the goddess Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Imagine
Time,
Dolly Parton when she was young. That'd be
yeah,
crazy. Uh,
yeah.
what's a performance memory that you have seen that you'll never forget?
I mean, okay, so this is not completely like heavy metal. So this is completely another genre. So, but there is one metal as well. This is more indie rock.
Okay.
So my favorite band when I was 19, 18 was Franz Ferdinand. Is this
Okay.
European band from Scotland? They
Hmm.
were indie rock. They were going on with Libertines, and I was really at the beginning with the interviews and this. So I didn't have to use the card still of I'm interviewing. I was
Hmm.
just at the concert in Milan, was just by myself. I went there and I just enjoy was with my friend. But what I didn't know that my friend, she was so smart that she became friend with one of the girls that was making the after party. So
Okay.
as like in the movie, I was with my ex-boyfriend in subway going back home, and she called me, Ada, just leave him on the road. Doesn't matter. Come here. I'm with fucking Franz Ferdinand. I was like, oh, what? So I jumped across the city and I saw in front of me the drummer of Franz Ferdinand that I think he was drunk because he asked me, where is the MoMA? I was like, what? In Milano? The MoMA? It's okay. Good. Since I want to talk with them and just give the wrong street indication. But then when I met Alex Capranos, so the singer, I said, okay, this is my highest I thought that it was my highest moment
Hmm.
to like literally there are like a lot of lives like say Gamma Bomb, but I remember one that's more recent. It was 2017, 2018 of a band called Sisters from I think they are from Sweden. It's an horror, a lazy rock punk. I have to send that to you. Kind of a little bit Alice Cooper, but more strict,
Hmm.
lazy. I was at Summer Breeze, this festival in Germany. I was taking photos, of course, and I saw that the stage, the pit for photographer was empty. So I was like, I mean, I heard something. I mean, it was a lot of that metal extreme, and I heard something more like for my ears. So like, what is that?
Hmm.
I took the camera. I went into the pit of the photographer, and I don't know what they had. I don't know, and I was too completely blown away. So I
Hmm.
started taking photos. I don't know if it's because I was the only one taking photos or because I don't know, I was pretty late in the day. I have no idea. But the bass player, which is Martin Sweet from Crash Diet, completely stood in his knees and gave me his own pic, like literally by intention. I was like, okay, and I never experienced something like that before because they usually throw.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm there to give it to me, and that made me feel like that what I was doing was appreciated. And
Hmm.
that was something that I will never forget. And now that I know them, I have to go on another concert again. So those are my favorite memories. Of course, there are plenty, but
Oh.
this big two was like one at the beginning and one now.
Yeah, absolutely. That is such a good story. Aw.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can everyone follow what you do? Not just Poison Rock, but your naturopathy work
Okay.
and yeah.
So about the historic side of me, just have to come here and tell me I want to visit some monument or
Okay.
something. I can like
I'll
with
be
you
there.
guys. But about the naturopathy, so I have a side profile which is called Moonlight Energy. and it's called Mullet Energy. And you want me to send you now?
Oh
Okay.
no, I'm just gonna find it right now. Keep going. Moonlight Energy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Moonlight Energy, or you can just type it because it's in Italian. That's why it's not for everyone. It's Moonlight Energy, and it's Ada with my last name. It's a naturopatha in Italian.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to send it to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you now
Oh,
so you can see it. Okay, you're here. Okay, send it. It's just for taking an appointment, working here. I don't spend so many time there. And I know it's
there
a
you go.
site I should, thank you for sharing,
Now they
should
know.
do more. But yeah, this is where they can find everything about naturopathy. I tried to open a TikTok, but it's not for me. I can't speak in, I don't know why. Even if
You
we speak
neither. It's too
all the time.
much. I can't do all that stuff. Yeah.
Exactly. And then on Poison Rock everywhere, just type it Poison Rock wherever you want. Poison Rock, my name, I'm gonna show up. And then maybe find me in person some lost gigs somewhere.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's where they can find. And on social media as usual.
Do you have any announcements that you want to share? Anything coming up
Okay,
this summer?
I think we're gonna to take a little bit of. I'm trying as a Poison Rock to not only be close to rock and metal music, but I think there's a lot of. There is a whole world behind that there is to need to be explored. There is the movies, there is the theater. Just why only being focused on music? There is art. So since we are very close, I say we because I have a collaboration with a guy in Canada. His name is Alexander from this band called Ethereal Tomb. He's a Cree Native American guy. So since I've been collaborating with him, I've been really being close with all the indigenous people in the United States and in Canada. So I'm starting a little bit to I'm really feel like sensitive to this cause. So I'm like I have to support them and I want to support because here in the old country we don't have any, we don't have nothing, we don't know nothing. Our awareness is completely to zero. So
Mm.
what I want to do with Poison Rock is bring more awareness for what is the truth and all these native indigenous people nowadays are experiencing and
Mhm.
they experience, so that at least what they study here in the history book they just think more. And you can do that with music, with actors, movie, anything. So I want to start with the easiest way, with music.
Mm.
So for doing that, I'm trying to interview a lot of bands that are in the res scene, but as well there's gonna be a tour because I want to open Poison Rock as well to other genre of music like rap, techno, because
Mhm.
we should see any side of music because
Mm.
everything is music. And so this is like the biggest thing that I'm trying to do. It's not easy because it's a lot of things to put it together, but I want to try. So this is for pod, and I'm gonna travel a little bit in some festivals. So maybe there will be more live, face-to-face interview
Okay.
than interview. I hope so. So this is the other main thing because then my main goal is come back into the field. That's where I
Mhm.
started. Yeah.
Amazing. All right. Well, I'm super excited to see what is in the future for you and check out all of your naturopath things and probably just hit you up when I come to Italy for my history lesson.
Of course, of course, of course. And you have to, but you're as well an amazing artist. So I have to ask you that about you. I mean, I saw your painting. It's unbelievable.
Oh, thank
Your
you.
exhibition. I mean, I would love to. I have to be in the United States to see your own exhibition, or you
Oh,
could do
yeah.
an exhibition in Italy. Would be
Oh, yeah,
something.
yeah. Let's see. Um I'm sure that I'll have one there soon. My next exhibition is next weekend in Barcelona at the
Mhm.
European Museum of Modern Art. And then last October I was at the Paris and Louvre or the Louvre in Paris. And then in
Okay.
September I'll be at Chelsea Old Town Hall at the Women's Biennial. So
Okay.
surely I'll be doing a show in Italy in the future.
Wherever you are, tell me. I'm just gonna join you,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna amazing. And I'm gonna
yeah.
do the interview in person.
Absolutely. Maybe I did get invited to the Venice Biennial, but it was like too short notice and I didn't have any time to get that together. So
Of
didn't do
course.
that one. But
Yeah.
there will be another one. There's so many. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah. We should
Okay.
have something here. Maybe if I can find this woman that she was planning kind of artist whatsoever exhibition, I can give her her contact because she's in Sicily.
Uh-huh.
And maybe if it's not too late, you can even enjoy a little bit of warm. I mean, you have the warm weather even there. But I can at least show you the historical.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't worry. I'll be around. All right,
Yeah.
thank you so much for your
It
time
was a
today.
pleasure. It was a pleasure meeting you and seeing you. But of course, it's not last time. Next time, you have to jump because it's my time to ask you a question.
Okay. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good, beautiful rest of the day. Bye
You
bye.
too.